All right, now we were starting over again. All right, now she's taking off his, his blanket, and we're gonna do a really quick grooming technique, and I'm gonna explain exactly what she's doing when she's doing it. So, and why it's so important to take the introduction to connective tissue, because what we want to know is what are we moving? What's the purpose? So when you understand what is actually going on underneath this tissue here, you're more likely to follow through and do it. So we're going to get started. You want to start? We're going to open up the main drains here, and we're going to do the main drain here. And we're just going to do 5 circles. We're just going to do one side just for the sake of, all right, go ahead. And this here is important where she's doing the neck, because underneath there, that is all the main fascia in the neck, and lymph goes through the fascia. As a massage therapist, here's what I can tell you. I know for a fact that everybody who comes into the office where I work, it's 90% or maybe even 98% neck and shoulders, neck and shoulders. A horse, if they can talk, they're going to tell you where their stress is, neck and shoulders, neck and shoulders. So right now what she's actually doing is really just doing it. She's moving the lymph she's stimulating the hide to go to the main drains. There are 2 main drains. One is over here at the point of the neck, and the other one over here is at the subiliac. So what we really want to do is get this going, and what it's going to do is help facilitate the movement of lymph. Now, there is a huge difference between the grooming technique and the manual lymph drainage. One is direction. You can go in any direction when you're doing the grooming technique. And timing. You can do it fast or you can do it slow. Now, when you do the manual lymph drainage, you got to go in one direction. And you got to go real slow. So it all depends on what your purpose is and what you're trying to here to accomplish. So that's what she's doing here. She's moving the lymph, stimulating it to get to the main drains here. As you can see, you know, it's not that hard to do. We're going across all over the mid-back area, over up to the scapula. You know, your neck and shoulders, they take a beating, folks. Up by the withers, always. And there she goes. Now you'll see Manny's a little bit agitated right now.
He's agitated because the mare in the stall right now is in heat.
Oh, okay. Okay, the mare in the stall is in heat, so he's a little bit.
We're not normally like this during this grooming. I don't know if we want to move him and take him elsewhere, or
no. Let's just move
Okay.
on. Just because
Okay.
we got limited on time here. All right, so
that.
yeah, okay. This is an important area that she's working down. It's called the jugular area. And the lymph is loaded of lymph nodes going right down the section where she's going. Just like we have a large amount of lymph nodes in our neck area, they have it too. And what we're beginning to drain is now the face as well. So now she's going to be doing the face here.
Stop.
This is wonderful. If you live in an area where there was a lot of wildfires from Canada, we were impacted up where I was in northern New Jersey, believe it or not. This is a wonderful technique to help detox that whole sinus area. The horses have a lot of problem with sinuses. Many of them have to have it drilled and they have to drain it. Also, any kind of teeth problems they may have. According to some of the holistic practitioners, all right, they're really saying that 70 to 80% of all diseases are really come from the teeth and the gums. I believe that. So this is a wonderful technique to anyone has their horses exposed to any kind of toxins, wildfires, and so on, is to detox that face. Now what she's doing here is just moving the lymph. She's going up toward the drain. She's encouraging the lymph to go there because there's a main duct that goes through this area. And what it's going to do is it goes deep into the drains, and then it takes it into the circulatory system, and then the horse is going to also urinate it out. So one of the things that when we do the grooming technique, just to let you know, make sure the horse has plenty of fresh water. Also, I don't always recommend the cross ties. We're here today, we just got to live with it. Many times they want to stretch. And when they stretch, they're really stretching that fascia, and they're breaking it up, and they're starting to move lymph. So this is important. So just keep in mind, I'm just going to step back here.
He's gonna start to twist around.
He's beautiful, Vicki. He's gorgeous.
All right, now, let's see, where do we leave off? Relax.
And over here now, she's moving it up. So this would be good for any horse that has laminitis, tendonitis. What you want to realize down in that cannon bone area is where the superficial vessels are. And if you look at the hoof, it actually kind of looks like where the fetlock, the pastern, and then the hoof is. It actually looks more like an hourglass. So there's a lot of congestion because the hoof wall doesn't move very much. All right, and what happens is you'll see the majority of all the swelling down in this area. So we're going to encourage it to go up. So anyone has laminitis issues, abscesses, navicular, tendonitis, these are really just, it's a great technique to really just to start and loosen things up. So she did now she's doing the medials. She's going up, and she's going to go over the pecs, which she's doing now. And then you notice one thing, when he came in, he was a little bit restless. Look at him stretch his neck. That's important because they're letting loose any kind of tension in there. And also he calmed down, he got a lot more quiet. So it doesn't take much for the grooming technique to be really effective. So look at his neck, look how he's stretching out. And he doesn't even realize he knows what he's doing. He just doesn't figure out all that feels good. Stretch that neck. That he's moving lymph. And now he's look how nice and quiet he is. We see this all the time. And one of the things that I just want to bring out, when we start the grooming technique on many horses, especially those with the swollen legs, they're very sensitive about those legs. Because we keep in mind, they're, the wolves or the coyotes are coming after them, and so they're very protective of it, and sometimes it takes them a while to get used to you managing that leg. It's not always that simple. It's better when they've been handled a lot, but some horses are very, very resistant to it. The good news is the majority are not. Initially, when you start doing the grooming technique, there's a different sensation. I'm not really sure what this is, but I'll tell you what, after a few minutes, they say, hey, this is not bad at all. I can live with this.
I have to say, normally he's almost.
Wait a minute, wait, Vicki, what?
Normally, when I do this outside away from her, he normally is almost asleep.
Yes, you heard that. So today it's a little cold,
So, yeah, exactly. It's a little cold, a little damp, and we have, the other factor involved over there.
yeah. But see how he stretches his neck? That's important. That is significant. So this is good.
I think we finished that leg. We counted. Turn around again. Thank you.
Now she's going over the main area, the ducts. This is important because a lot of horses have myofascial pain syndrome, and this is an area where she's currently working where this might be really beneficial. Do you want to take them outside?
Yeah, I think outside would be easier.
We're going to go outside, folks.